KBP Wrestling fans, I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. KBP returned after about a 5+ year hiatus, and my first time seeing it live.
This is the train to Penn Station.
First thing
the next station is Wyandotte.
The show was supposed to start 7 o'clock, but I don't know if they were waiting for more people, hoping for more walk-ups, because ring announcer Jason Linnick announced to the crowd that they would start the show at 7:15 p.m. When the show got underway, we're introduced to we're introduced to KBP General Manager Mike Kaz, and he comes out with referees Zach and Larry, and in the ring there's a table with all the championship belts on display, and they were going to crown women's champion, heavyweight champion, tag team champions, and pitbull champion. And Mike Kaz said he would be a fair and impartial general manager. So right after that, we get the action underway. The first matchup is tag team action as Jorge La Bestia and Jasper Newton, and were scheduled to do battle with the Dirty Deeds, Dirk Moore and Johnny Malloy, who came out with their Uncle Billy. And Dirk Moore gets the microphone and says he wasn't medically cleared to wrestle, so that Billy would take his place and team with Malloy in this matchup. Back and forth action, and you can see the tension between Jorge and Jasper, as Jasper was tagging himself in. And eventually the Dirty Deeds defeat Jorge La Bestia and Jasper Newton when the Deeds hit the 3 Deeds on Jasper. Dirty Deeds defeat Jorge La Bestia and Jasper Newton at 8 minutes 18 seconds to win the tag team championship. General Manager Mike Kaz comes out to hand the belts over to them, and let's just say Dirk, Johnny, Billy, and even GM Mike Kaz channeled their inner hillbilly Jim as they were do-si-doing to celebrate the victory. After they all left the ring, Jasper is really giving lip service to Jorge, and Jasper is kind of like pushing him and like poking him in the chest, but then Jorge grabs him by the throat and puts Jasper in the corner. Jorge is steps out of the ring, and he's halfway out. Jasper kicks the second rope, hurting Jorge's groin, and then proceeded to bat 1,000 with that Singapore cane kendo stick, and he worked on Jorge's knee until the referees, there was both Larry and Zach, came out. Okay, and
this station is Wyandotte.
Was I telling you? Yeah. Yeah, Larry and Zach, they finally get Jasper out of the ring. Up next, we have singles action to determine a #1 contender to the heavyweight championship, as we see Satanta Fury accompanied to the ring by Lawrence St. John. They come to the ring and Fury's got a bag with him, and he's throwing Q-tips into the crowd, and many in the crowd were throwing Q-tips back towards them in the ring.
This is the train to Penn Station.
And now came Fury's opponent, someone simply known as Young Boy. And the match was on. Young Boy defeats Satanta Fury at 5 minutes 53 seconds to become #1 contender to the KBP Heavyweight Championship. Up next was another tag team match to determine #1 contenders to the tag team championship, as we saw Kay Blazer and Joe Trash do battle with CJ Bambino, who was accompanied by Nikki Primo, and Aaron Christensen. Good match these two teams had, and Blazer, Bambino, and Christensen picked the victory over Blazer and Trash at 11 minutes 6 seconds to become #1 contenders. And Bambino said that Blazer and Trash gave a good match, and they fist bumped, showing respect. And Bambino said whether it's part of Aaron Christensen or someone else, he said at the next KBP show, they're gonna have he's got a tag title shot, the Dirty Deeds. Next match we saw was to crown the Pitbull champion as top tier A1G did a battle with Pretty Poppy. Pretty Poppy came to the ring to an instrumental version of Santana's Smooth. Good match these guys had. At one point, Poppy took the rose that he brought to the ring and he hit A1G in the eye with it, and then he put him in the Anaconda submission hold, and the referee stopped the match. Pretty Poppy defeats A1G at 11 minutes 1 second to win the Pitbull championship. At that point, they had gone to intermission, and it was great to have the Dirty Deeds in a picture with Jessica and I, donning our Santa Claus hats. I'm not wearing mine, as you can see right now. Yeah, what am I trying to tell you? Okay. Yeah, I think Jessica also got a picture with someone who had yet to wrestle on the show. And before the event, she got a picture with referee Mike Chioda, who officiated the main event. But the action resumed as we saw a match to crown a women's champion, as Elle Valentine did battle with Dolly Darko. These two ladies are no strangers to each other, but they fought each other pretty much tooth and nail, as a term people don't use anymore in wrestling. And they were really letting each other have it. Dolly Darko defeats Elle Valentine in 8 minutes 4 seconds to win the KBP Women's Championship. Up next was a triple threat match to determine a number one contender to the Pitbull Championship. As we see, it was Dante Storm versus the Wild Thing, Ziggy Danger versus Jay Red. Pretty good match these three guys had. Ziggy Danger defeats Dante Storm and Jay Red at 9 minutes 12 seconds to become number one contender to the Pitbull Championship. And then it was time for the main event, as Big Cass took on Giorgio Lawrence for the Heavyweight Championship, and former WWE referee Mike Chioda was officiated this one. Things were going kind of okay until Pretty Poppy comes out with his Pitbull title, and he leaves it on the ramp, and he's trying to get Big Cass's attention. And then General Manager Mike Cass comes out. He's got the Pitbull Championship belt, and he's standing on the ramp. He's standing on the belt, and Big Cass getting up. Mike Cass hits his own brother Big Cass in the face with the Pitbull Championship. Giorgio Lawrence capitalized. I don't know who was the spin kick that Kofi Kingston's known for. He hits the move. Giorgio Lawrence pins Big Cass at 12 minutes 46 seconds to win the KBP Heavyweight Championship. And then all of a sudden, Pretty Poppy comes in the ring. Poppy and Giorgio are double teaming Big Cass. Top tier A1G comes out, but his help was stopped. And Mike Cass, the GM, Pretty Poppy, and Giorgio Lawrence left Big Cass and A1G laying in the middle of the ring to end the night. Personal notes. It was great seeing fellow NYWCites, the Dinezzo sisters, Leanne and Jessica, Trish, Richard, and his daughter Savannah. Great seeing Michael, who also was donning a Santa Claus hat. Unless I'm mistaken, Michael's training now to wrestle. Yeah, I think he was working somebody's merch table. Okay. Great seeing NYWC owners Chris Perry and Shane. Bringing out to Jason Linick. Jason, I think we got to get a picture someday. Okay. Okay, what else is there to talk about?
This station is bombing down.
You know, KBP, you didn't even actually give a title to this very show I'm going over here. Okay. Here's some memorable quotes. Headbutt me, you cookie monster! Johnny Malloy to Jorge La Bestia as Jorge kept hitting headbuttas on Billy. You're not a dog. This one little kid sitting behind me at El Valentine during her match with Dali Darko. I guess with the whatever grunts and growls that El Valentine was making, I guess the kid thought she sounded like a dog. Alright. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond my control, namely us staying after the show ended, that's why Jessica and Leanne could not do the video with me, and we tried recording at the diner we ate at after the show, but Leanne was falling asleep, but Jessica didn't want anyone to see that, so that's why I'm here on the train on the way home recording. But I'll say KBP, this was a great event, and it's already been announced KBP returns on Saturday night, March 22nd, and due to these #1 contenders we have and the champions that were crowned, looks like here's what we already got for March 22nd. Giorgio Lawrence defending his newly won heavyweight championship against Young Boy. The new tag team champions, the Dirty Deeds, will defend against CJ Bambino and, as it stands right now, Aaron Christensen. Pretty Poppy defending his Pitbull championship against Wild Thing Ziggy Danger.
This is the train.
I don't know,
The next station is Bethpage.
no word on who Dali Darko will defend her woman's belt against. What I would like to see for for March 22nd, Jorge La Bestia one-on-one with Jasper Newton. And hopefully, I'll say this, KBP, you'll have a show title for March 22nd. Hopefully 8 or 9 matches instead of 7 this time. And I don't know what Big Kaz is going to go with this, if he's, you know, because I take it he and his brother are actually in charge of the company behind the scenes. Or maybe Big Kaz is just going to work behind the scenes and not wrestle. But we'll see about that, of course. Since originally Splendid Bobby C was supposed to team with Kay Blazer in that match with CJ Bambino and Aaron Christensen, so hopefully Splendid Bobby C will get to come back to KBP in the future. I'm not sure what KBP even stands for. It was formerly known as BKP long ago. BKP was Big Kaz Productions, so I don't know if KBP stands for something different or not, but I noticed some nice merchandise they had as well, and Mike Chioda had some nice referee shirts. Chioda actually officiated the main event in his own personal referee shirt with his initials on the sleeve, and on the back it said Chioda. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that will do it from here, guys. Again, KBP, great event. Looks like March 22nd, you got matches already set, so hopefully you'll have a show title and maybe a few more matches. More than 7 matches, hopefully. KBP, 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 KBP.